Hello, episode 32 of the Ask Stevie show. About to hit record here. Today's question is like super simple, super low pressure. It just came in today, so not every day a new question comes in, so I like the episodes when it does. Anyway, hitting record. Hey, welcome back. Steven Safak, episode 32 of the Ask Stevie show. Today's question came in this morning, and I guess it's the spiritual successor to the what is your favorite vegetable question. Because this question is, what is your favorite fruit? What is your favorite fruit? Well, that's difficult. Probably mangoes right off the bat. It's like I just end the episode there. I just say mangoes and then it just gets into. I wish I would have done that. I could have. It's not too late. I'm only recording right now. However, that would be a disservice to my dear listeners. You deserve better. You don't deserve that. So I'll talk a little bit more about fruits, the kind that you eat, the kind that grows on trees. I have a lot of friends that are breatharian and fruitarian, meaning that they subsist exclusively or primarily on fruits. So I feel like I shouldn't say I pause the recording, but I'll probably take out the breatharian part. Because it's not relevant to the question. I don't want people thinking about breatharianism in an episode about fruits. So anyway, I'll just clap to mark that and then keep recording whatever fuck I was talking about. All right. For instance, my friend Orville lives in New York and he eats exclusively raw plants, but almost exclusively fruits. And he looks like he's 30 years old. He's like in his 50s. Extremely fit, goes to the gym every day. He's got a great house, great spot. The interior design's gorgeous. He's a cool dude. And he's the one that made me go, like, hold on. Like, everything else about this guy's life is completely normal. You know what I'm saying? But he only eats fruit. So that kind of made me radically rethink what the mainstream narratives were around nutrition, really, which I applied to research grad school nutrition, but I got rejected because my GPA was too low, even though I had great letters from the nutrition teachers at Anne Arundel Community College. That being said, fruit's really good for you. I think there's two main components to like nutrition and wellness in general, which is like purging, cleansing, detoxing, eliminating the metabolic waste, whatever you want to call it, and then the rebuilding, so fruits are really, really good for the cleanup part of this in general. Like I said, I like mangoes, I like tropical fruits, bananas, I like cherries, I don't really like grapes a whole lot, but that's because I don't like seedless fruits. Seeded fruits are better because number one, there's a ton of nutrients in seeds, and they're very anti-cancer, very anti-free radicals. So in addition to that, fruits are like a broom for your intestines. They're like fibrous and like they have different textures. Each fruit is like a different kind of mop or sponge or broom. If you think about it, how its fibers interact with your intestine, which when you zoom in on your intestines, it's like a bunch of little worms or fingers wiggling out. Those are called villi, and it increases the surface area so that you can absorb more, and that your gut flora, your bacteria, that mucus lining, which comprises the real intestinal wall, which is only one cell thick. So it needs that bacterial coating on top of it to be robust and digest anything and so on. So that villi gives that bacteria tons of space to reside in, that healthy slime. And then But you can imagine fruit fibers really rushing through those villi, and it feels good in your body just when I talk about it. And that's truth resonating. That's your gut saying, "Yep, that's what we want to do." So this is why you see people so heavily into fruit fasting, even if they don't know why they're into it. This is one of the primary mechanisms of action. And then, of course, you have the nutrients, and fruit is living. That's why raw foods are healthy, because they have more electromagnetic energy. It's technically measured by mainstream science as angstroms. There's some tool they use to measure like the magnetic capacity of different foods, and you'll look and you'll see like potato chips and like cooked meat is the lowest. But that doesn't mean it's unhealthy. It just means it serves a different nutritional role. I don't shame or resist uh, those things. They're grounding. Those foods are grounding. Fruit is not really. Well, fruit can be grounding, and it doesn't have to be steak. Low angstrom foods could even be, mashed potatoes or something like that. Anyway, raw food is high angstrom, meaning it's got a higher capacity potential for electromagnetic energy. So your body can just do more with it for more systems, right? Like your cells have electricity. It's why it's called electrochemistry. So eating something that has electrical charge to it, theoretically, there's a number of things that might happen or ways your body could use it. So we could theorize this is potentially one of the benefits of fruits as well. So I like tropical, I like cherries. Anything that's watery is extra good for you. Fruits also provide hydration. So um, most fruits are high watery, I think. You can kind of feel it. Like an apple's like average to me, and a grape would be like higher. A cherry would be higher. A mango, a pineapple would be higher. Melons are amazing. I love melons. Melons are like 90% water sometimes. Watermelons, cantaloupes, honeydews, all that good stuff. Cucumbers are fantastic. I don't really care about the fruit vegetable distinction so much, but I didn't have a chance to get into that because it's one episode of fruit and one of vegetables. So maybe somebody else could ask me what is the difference between a fruit and a vegetable. So anyway, this question came in this morning, and I love when that happens because I get to answer a fresh question for my podcast. If you want to ask a question, I'm going to be giving away a really cool podcast launch checklist that walks you through doing what I'm doing right now so that you'll be able to launch a top ranked podcast. All the little details you see on the Ask Stevie show, you'll see in that checklist. And that will help you for yourself, or if you want to hire someone to do it. And I also want to have some example questions on that page where you would submit a question. So askstevie.show is the page where you can ask me anything. It's free, it's fun, it's anonymous. Like I said, very soon there's going to be a free podcast launch checklist being given away. The info will be on that page, and it will be emailed out to anyone that's previously asked a question, of course. So that's all for now. As always, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you tuning in. It means a lot to me that you're here. Have a great day. What do you think, you two? Solid episode. We talked about fruits for 7.5 minutes, huh? That's pretty cool. Had an itch, sorry. Okay. Y'all take care. Appreciate you. Description below.